Go! God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. Level up. Level up. Go!
But I will persevere. They say the end is near, but I will persevere. Every W is different, some come in the form of a weapon. The best L I'm taking is in the form of a lesson. They say the end is near, but I will persevere. They say the end is near, but I will persevere. Every W is different.
Right.
Oh, she looks surprised. She buffering.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it says no connection for her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. When I first came on, she had that. I guess we need to say hello to everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey y'all.
Hey yo.
What's going on?
Hey yo. I feel like I'm just coming back. I'm coming back to life.
Yes, we've definitely missed you. First of all, this is God level, things that people don't want to talk about. We're here to bring you now on our new night, Tuesday night. So thank everybody for joining us. Thank everybody for joining us. And Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024.
Big facts.
I think it finally feels like and sounds like we're in the future.
Yeah, we're supposed to be wearing like space caps and like
We're supposed to be like the Jetsons right now.
Hey, what was that? Back to the Future with they're on flying skateboards and stuff. We supposed to be DeLoreans and all that, right?
Yeah, that's true. We're supposed to have DeLoreans.
We got those. They just not widely sold yet. Yeah.
We're supposed to be flying DeLoreans.
We're supposed to be fighting for my sneakers, bro. That's what's really real. That's what's really real. Let's go ahead and keep that up.
Okay, so why can I see myself?
Oh yeah, it says something about your connection.
And my computer literally just shut down. Like it's been plugged up all day, and all of a sudden it just like boom. I'm gonna refresh. I hope that doesn't affect you all. Hold on.
Okay.
We about to find out. We about to find out real soon.
Right.
Real soon.
Hey, so while she kind of connects, I'm a viewer first, and this is my first time like kind of interacting with y'all.
Yes.
Well, a couple questions for y'all, man. What year y'all graduate?
I graduated
wait
in
a second.
91.
Okay, that was great. Okay,
91.
I'm here.
Yes.
91, 91.
Oh, God damn it.
That bright light. Welcome back.
Yes, I usually have all of this stuff, perfected before coming on.
The future.
Hi, honey.
Hi, down.
I am so happy.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. See, that's the energy. That's the energy right there. That's it.
Ivy-itis.
Yes,
we
need
I got
that. Okay, I got to make this bigger. Okay, great. Look at my hair. Oh my God.
Hair is herring.
Hair is herring. But I was trying to get some soft locks over the weekend. I had to call the girl too many times. I tried calling her. She never answered. I'm not going to force you to take my money.
That's facts.
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
Facts.
I shouldn't have to chase you down,
To give you my money.
To give you my money.
Come on, man.
And everybody's struggling out here. I said, I guess she figured she didn't need that $100. And I was willing to give you extra just to come to me.
Man, that's cap.
I'll give you a lot.
Nobody extra.
What you say?
Yeah, but nobody paying nobody extra.
I guess
that's so true.
Yeah,
and look, and Brother Diame said, I'll come do them. Girl, them things look
No, Diame. No.
You better believe that everything I touch is with perfection.
Absolutely.
But Diame be worrying me. Right. Please don't do that. Thank you, John. Post that. Look at my. I'm just okay.
Hair is
All right.
herring.
This is
Yes.
things that people don't want to talk about. This is our first episode of the year. We decided to do something different per one of our loyal viewers' requests, Mr.
Yes.
John Hikes. How you doing there, John?
All right, so let's cut that right here. We ain't gonna say my
Yeah.
full name. We gonna call me John Gotti. That's right there. That's right there. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, I was like, we giving
first and
governments.
last names. So let's not do that. Sheesh.
Oh, I am so
But no.
sorry.
Look, hey, no big deal. No big deal. Just talking trash. Love to be here. Thank y'all for having me. Number one.
Yes.
Oh, what was they did? Did y'all feel that shift that happened in? Who? Okay, well, I don't know who that is right now. But let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is God Level. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, home of the original St. Paul. You can only get one down here in the Midwest. I am a mother. I'm a nurse. I'm an entrepreneur. I have this podcast. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm an aunt. I'm a GG. I am everything good. John, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
John Skywalker, the Sly Talker, lyricist, spoken word artist, martial artist, personal trainer, lover of life, student of psychology, and I'm a father who has 5 hip-hop albums streaming on all major streaming platforms right now. Go ahead and listen to that if you are plugged into real hip-hop. Salute.
Salute.
Hey.
Diamond, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
What's going on? This is Coach D at Tepu, everybody. Yes, this is Coach D. I'm leveling everybody up in 2024. So you better get your seats, get on my schedule. I'm leveling you up. That's what I'm doing. All right, spiritual scientist out.
Ivy, you
That
that right there.
Listen. Okay, as this says, Ivy. Oh, look, the other way. Ivy and her hamsters, right? So
Yes.
I'm Ivy Tanner. What's going on, you guys? I got a bunch of different stuffuses. I needed to take a break, and I broke until 2024, but I am so happy to be back, man, and so much just stronger, more aware. I talk about inattentive ADHD for the Black community, for our community, because we get diagnosed different, baby. Me and
Yes,
my
we do.
hamsters, my hamsters are always on the wheel, and I am, as our brother normally says, of service, because I'm coming
Of
here for
service.
service. And
Yeah,
I
because
missed
he's
y'all.
here. Of your family.
I know.
We definitely missed you.
Thank you, because I was showing getting ready to look it up just so I can say it, but I've been messing with my hair. Please follow me on my YouTube channel at God Level 102. Like, subscribe, and share. I need to get that little down pack like they be doing it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Make sure you do all of that. What everybody else
Yeah.
be saying, do all of that for me. Thank you. Tonight's show is this topic was brought to us by one of our viewers, Mr. John Gotti. It's the Earth. What was the name of it? It's the Earth really.
You know what?
round?
I don't think I brought this conversation. Y'all was already having a conversation, and
He
I
had it.
just
He
proposed
chimed in.
that, you know what, this is an argument to be had. That's it. And like I said, I would love to have a conversation with Coach. You know, like I said, as y'all biggest viewer here, as y'all biggest follower, like I said, long term, love y'all. So just being able to be here and have a conversation, man, love to be here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
Appreciate you for being here, brother.
Bet. So look, y'all, hopefully I don't mind if I jump right into this, because
Jump
I
right
got work to do.
in.
Yeah, I still got work to do
Go
with
ahead.
the kid. So, well, you know what? Let me deviate. Because first and foremost, like Coach D, I don't know you. You don't know me. So can I take a
Oh my
second
God.
just to get to know
I'm
you?
sorry.
No.
No. I mean,
Let
let me
him-
converse with him. I you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, like I asked earlier, you told me you graduated in '91. That's super cool. What high school did you graduate from?
I went to Green Bee Trimble Tech in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay, down south. What was their
Yeah.
colors?
Green and white.
Green and white. Class 91. Okay, I bet that was a joyous occasion. You graduating from there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, back in '91, like I got a bunch of friends, uncles, cousins. They're also around your age. They said back in the day, African Americans getting good grades. Like you study all day long, you take a test, you know you did A work, they give you a B. Was that true down there?
No, and it was a school of hard knocks, and the teachers didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got it, if you earned an A, they gave you an A.
Yeah. But you never had a
You know?
situation where you felt like you earned an A and didn't receive one?
Oh no, I didn't earn many A's.
I feel that. I feel that. But so far as the grade you earned on the work, you never felt like you so what the work you felt like you always got.
Listen, I was just glad to get out of there. I really hated the environment. You know, it was I was pretty much a kind of a low A, B, high C kind of student. Yeah. Just really not. I didn't apply myself like I did when I got to college.
Understand.
But in high school, just trying to get up out of there. That's it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you graduated in 91. That means you was around, like, you remember the era before, like, the internet, right?
Yeah, I'm actually. We actually when I got into college, we were learning about the internet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We were learning about the internet. It hadn't gone from military to mainstream all the way yet.
Okay.
So
before the internet, like, where was like your watering pool? Like, where did you get your information from?
Oh, we had encyclopedias.
You better talk about it.
The thick stories.
We had a lot. Look, I was with the Dewey Decimal System. We was in the libraries. It's card catalogs.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, whenever I said a word that maybe I heard somewhere, my mom would just say, "You know what that word means? Go hit the thesaurus." And you had to go find that word in the thesaurus, flip through pages.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Okay.
You had to do some work. You had to put some work in. That's for sure. It wasn't just no pushing buttons.
All right. And then I guess one of the last questions I got for you. Hey, so back there, the internet, and then just common knowledge. So your free time. What you do in your free time?
I was a dancer. I was
Dancer?
actually in the
Like Chris Brown?
I was actually in the entertainment industry at the time.
Look
Right,
at
coming
you
out of high
go.
school.
Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock,
I
and
was,
drop
it was like hip hop and jazz, funky jazz. We was doing a lot of that. I was opening up concerts for different celebrities and doing background dance up for background dancing for a lot of them as well. So I was doing that a lot coming straight out of high school.
What was like your favorite show you did?
Oh, at the Hard Rock Cafe in New York.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There was right after the. It was right after we did it was a MTV. We was on the MTV tour at that time. We had just finished up with CNC Music Factory. You probably don't know them.
For my time,
can we stick a pin right in this? I'm sorry, because all of the hamsters are hamster. Like, not even kidding.
Pop, lock, and drop it. I watched it.
Hey, you know, back you don't even dance thing. You know what I'm saying? What they did
over here like, yeah, you was pop, locking, and dropping.
They did the WAP back then, right? Like back in
you don't do that in professional dance. You don't do the WAP.
Okay.
You don't do stuff
choreograph stuff. Okay.
Listen, okay. Can I just? I'm sorry. I got to get this out because my hamsters be hamstering. Because Tom, he said he was a professional dancer. I like imagine Kwame with like the polka dot pants.
No.
Can only do. Okay, I'm done. I'm putting myself on mute because y'all know.
Can we address Mr. Mac? It's definitely flat for the simple fact I was told Jesus was white.
We're gonna touch on that, but hold that for me. Hold that. Don't jump the gun here. And then lastly, you did the dancing thing. Your favorite show was Hard Rock Cafe. That's pretty cool and really a fun fact. Cause who knew you did that? You had those experiences, so that's really dope to know. The last thing I am opposing before we even start this conversation that we are very reasonable men. For the common fact of I have $1 in my left hand, $1 in my right hand. That means I have $2. Can you agree to that?
Well, yeah, logically.
Logically, right? No, that's a fact because if I got $1 in my left hand, $1 in my right hand, I have $2 in total, right?
In total, yes.
$2 in total. That's a common fact. There's no argument. There's no conversation, right? Because that's a fact. That's what I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you know. If I say I make $30 an hour, I work 2 hours. That means I made $60. I can look at my check. My check will have 2 hours, the equivalent of $60 in my bank. That money be there too, right? That's a fact. We can agree to that, right?
Not where we know that ain't
After
straightforward.
taxes. I mean, after taxes. I'm just saying,
Okay,
like,
okay.
like,
For the
no, we
state.
know it. We know
that ain't
taxes.
straightforward.
All
Yeah.
that. We know that. All right. Which,
Okay.
and after you agree to that stuff, that makes this conversation really, really simplistic. Because the number one thing here, right? We only know what we know because that's what we know and that's what we've seen and we can prove, right?
Not necessarily.
Explain it.
Not necessarily. Well, see, here, there's a thing between knowing and believing. Okay,
Right.
there's a difference. And this is why I tell my students: first of all, you can't know something by reading. You can't know something by somebody telling you it.
Only what you can prove.
You
And what
can
you think.
not. It's about what you. It's not even what you prove, because you even the facts. See, the problem with most people is they gather facts, but what they don't understand is that you have to go even beyond the facts
Right.
in order to get the absolute truth.
Right.
You see, so, and I'm speaking to you as a scientist, okay? So, because I'm gonna be speaking to you as a scientist today. Don't just stop at the facts. The facts
Right.
are nothing but evidence of something else that's there, right?
Right.
All right. So then, truth, or you can only know something once you have an experience with it.
Right.
Just an experience, right? Then you develop understanding about your experience.
Right. From your experience. Yeah.
That's right. But you can only do that through due, proper investigation.
Right.
That's it.
Then you'll form your hypothesis from there.
Well, yeah.
I'm with that.
You're
I'm
gonna
with that. Question for
Yeah.
you. Back in the day when you watched TV, right? They had little shows about Bigfoot, right? Did you believe
Yeah,
in
they
Bigfoot?
had some show.
You believe in Bigfoot?
You see, that's the thing about stuff like that. I don't position myself to be believing in it or not.
Or not? So
I can remain an observer in those kind of, because I'm really not even interested. I don't really care if Bigfoot exists or not. Is there a possibility? 100%. There's a possibility that Bigfoot could exist.
Hey, can you hold on to that for me? Possibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the possibility of anything is just your perspective on things, right? Through the evidence that you have.
No, absolutely not. That's not what possibility means.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm asking.
No. Possibility meaning that there is possible. Even if something that don't exist, if you can fathom it, then it is possible. That's all that means. So, and I believe that anything is possible, in this world, in this realm of creation that we are experiencing. I believe anything is possible, but it doesn't mean that it's likely. Just because it's possible.
There go that key word. I like the way you threw that in there, likely. I feel like we was on the same page with the possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Through the beginning of this conversation, I told you first thing first. I said, you know what? It's not my job to convince you either way. I want to have the understanding it's possible, right? And the facts that I'm going to submit to us, all of us here, is reasonable facts, things that we can do ourselves. Tests that were ran. Our first conversation, I said, man, you know what? This conversation pre-exists us. It goes back to the Greeks. The Greeks were the first people to say, you know what? That reflects. Through the test.
So the first say no, it wasn't.
Yep. Greeks said, they were the first people who said no too. They're the first people who said, hey, listen, there's this flag. Then they came back and said, you know what? Let's change that up. It's not, right? It's not flag. Through a test they ran, a very simplistic test as well, with the shadows. It was shadows and sticks, I believe it was. And because of the sticks had a curve to it, and they were different sizes. It was optical something that proved it. I'm thinking off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've been in school. But that's pretty much what it was. That led them to believe, you know what, it can't be, right? With the earth being flat, there's so many reasons to believe the earth is flat. The main reason the main reason, right? Something, and I'm a man of, I'm a simplistic man, pretty much like you said you were earlier, with the $1 in this hand, $1 in this hand equal $2. That's flat out math. We can't mess that up. One big theory or test you can run yourself is the marker test. This is something I did myself, where if you view two markers, a larger marker at a further distance and a smaller marker at a closer distance, look at that in the lens, they'll appear the same size. Why is that applicable? Why is that? Why do that mean that the Earth is flat? Why does that? Well, it really defeats the fact that the Earth is round, because if a object is round, well, not round, sphere is the word. It is a sphere. That object should have a sphere shape, and it should fade away. And because,
but according to who and what? I mean, what are you?
There was a test done. It was a test done. Darn it! I believe it was a early test ran. Regardless of the date it was ran, I believe it was ran. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember the test itself. It was called the marker test. I remember the test too. Probably if I googled it, it'd probably pop up. But it's called the marker test. I'm pretty sure it popped right up. It's something we did in school off of someone else's theory, and it was something that we can do where we can see this off the top. Okay, listen, that's absolutely true. I can look at this and see it, which defeated the fact that it didn't defeat it that the Earth was round. It gave the possibility that maybe off of what I know, maybe there's a little wrinkle right here. All right. And we can say that's possibly true with every fact that we hold accountable. All right. One of the biggest things we have to defeat in this conversation is, bro, we got pictures of the Earth. We got pictures of the Earth. How do you sit here and say, bro, they are wrong when they showed you physical pictures of the Earth? Here go a reach for y'all, a hard reach. And this is a reach that Coach D and I already agreed upon. Man, they also showed us pictures of Bigfoot. And Coach D stayed
No, we haven't had a real picture of Bigfoot. Well,
a picture. You don't know if it's real or fake, right?
Well, there's been no confirmed real pictures of Bigfoot.
Well,
they've been, they've all been questionable. They've all been questionable.
But through the pictures and the evidence, it gave the possibility that, look, there is some other, they exist. Right? Right.
It's a fun idea. That's a fun idea that have, unicorns and Bigfoot, just existing. That's a fun idea. But again, if they really do exist, I don't think there is a conspiracy to keep them in hiding. There's supposed to be a conspiracy, for them keeping the truth that the Earth is flat.
What? They also told us that cigarettes were good for us, right? Then flip that on us and said it's bad for us, right?
Well, we're just talking about marketing. They're just trying to make some money. I can understand that.
Well, I'm just asking the way the information comes to us, how they say this is this, and then they change it up and say this is this, right?
Well, yeah. But them ain't scientists. Those are people coming up with products and want to sell them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Propaganda. I think it's propaganda is what I was looking for, right? That to make us believe or to make us sway us, they'll show us anything, right? That's more I'm looking for, not more.
I can agree with you there, being that the world is a stage. But but the stuff, let me put a stake in it right here. On that note alone, then there are more things that we need to be concerned with, whether that's more important than if the Earth is flat or not. I don't think that's weighing one way or the other with us.
And you know what, Coach D, if you want to have those conversations, I'm welcome to come back. But so far the topic at hand, simplistic, easy topic, you know what I'm saying? With what we have in front of us and what we know. If the only evidence we have of the Earth being round, or a sphere, let me stop saying round because it's not round, it's a sphere. If the only evidence we have of the Earth being a sphere is pictures,
that's not the only evidence.
And tests. Hold on, let me make my point. Let me stand on
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Pictures, because pictures and tests, right? the pictures or the big thing, right? The satellites, the pictures on the big thing, and you gotta start getting in the crust. Coach D and Jonathan Hikes, because I'm already out here.
See, I put you out there already.
I haven't seen none of it. I've never seen the outside Earth. I've never seen it, right? I be Jonathan Hikes. I've never seen that the Earth is round or sphere. So really, as being a simple man right here, right now, I can neither agree or disagree because I haven't seen it on my own eyes. I only know what somebody told me. So with this conversation, Coach D,
put a pin in that, by the way. Put a pin in that, by the way. What you just said, I only know what somebody told. Put a pin in that, by the way.
Yeah. I only know what somebody told me. Coach D, so far as the experiments that I ran myself, my conclusion, my hypothesis came up that, you know what, it could be flat as well as a spirit. Okay. So I'm like you. Yeah. I'm going to stay in them. No, wait.
Now, I was going to say that there have been a few experiments done that fits within the flat model as well as the globe model.
Right.
They both fit, fit them both. But there's some that actually push this thing more towards being a globe than flat. So, there's just some things, and one of the things, first of all, the whole flat Earth, the modern day flat Earth theory. First of all, it's a theory. Let's play around with that word. It's not a scientific fact, but it's a theory. Okay, that was actually started by Mark Sargent, I believe. Yeah, and it's Mark K. Sargent. Kind of a chubby white boy from England, from the UK, who had nothing else to do sitting in his own basement and just decided to bring this out. You could see that for yourself in a movie, a documentary called Behind the Curve. Have you seen that documentary?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh man, why are you? That's a flat earther documentary. That's the one. The grandfather of the modern day flat earth movement he's conducting this documentary, and he tells you he says it right there. I just didn't have nothing else to do, so I decided to bring this out. Okay. Then at the end of that particular documentary, he did kind of like what you said about the sticks, placing them. He did his own experiment. In fact, it was a guy named Jaron who did this experiment and end up proving that the Earth is indeed a globe. Right. And these are flat earthers, and their experiment saying if it goes this way, then the Earth is flat. But if it goes this way, then the Earth is a globe. Right. It went in the way to where the Earth was globe, and it ended when he said, "That's interesting." That was the end of the documentary. So I'm just saying your royalty has already proven themselves to be wrong. All right. So just with that, and then we got a lot of evidence.
Right.
One of the key things is that when we talk about, first of all, eclipses, specifically the lunar. Okay. The solar eclipse. When you can see the Earth's shadow go across the moon, you can see, and I don't know if I've watched this for years. It is a circular shadow. It's not like it's a circular shadow that goes across the moon. Guess what? That's the Earth's shadow. So even if you have never been off Earth, but if you see that, then we know that's the Earth that's Earth's shadow going across the moon, and it's circular, then that itself dispels a flat Earth possibility, because we've seen it. So I'm gonna stop there because I want to stress this thing out. But you can go ahead.
Can I just interject? Am I allowed to interject?
Yeah.
Just thinking about science, right? You cannot create gravity scientifically unless things are going in a centrifugal force, in a centrifugal motion. Like you literally have to go in a circle in order to contribute to gravity. So I'm like, if the Earth was not around.
So you're saying to have gravity, there has to be a sphere involved?
Have you heard of a centrifuge?
Yes, I have.
Like, if you've seen a centrifuge, like in science, like it goes around, and that's how you end up getting like that cone, and that cone is gravity. It's like after you create like the energy for it, it like literally it goes in a circle, and that's how gravity is created. So I'm like, if we all know that gravity is a fact, and that's what we have on the earth, then I would think that if we were flat, it would be impossible to hold gravity here, to have gravity on this planet. That's just my own 2 cents. I'm gonna go back to my salmon.
No, that's
myself on mute.
interesting. That's an interesting perspective, right? No, matter of fact, that's an interesting fact, right? Because I agree, we do have a gravity. You can't have one without the other. I agree with that. But how do we separate? How do we separate what we know from what we're being told? Question for you. That's a question for you.
You have to observe. You have to take observance for yourself. If you've ever owned a telescope, okay, first of all, there's evidence, and I refuse to believe that the Creator hated us so much that He put us on a disc, but made everything else spherical. Because I've seen Saturn, I've seen Jupiter, I've seen Mars, I've seen those things, through a telescope. I've seen those things, So why would everything else in, out there in the cosmos be spherical, but Earth is the only flat object?
Let me flip that on you and say that He loved you so much that we had 300 years of slavery. With that being said, we are the center of everything, so everything revolves around us.
Okay, so here's another thing.
That's a reach.
So that is a reach, but it's okay. I'm glad you attempted that.
I was about to say, you noted it. You noted it. Stick a pin in it.
Right.
I'm going back on mute.
That's a reach.
I'm glad you attempted that, though. We can work with it, though, Mr. Gotti. We can work with that.
Instead of sipping my tea, I'm gonna eat my salmon.
So let me ask you a question, because I just want to make sure. So in this flat Earth theory, are we also back to Earth being the center of the solar system? Are we back to that as well?
You know what? For this conversation, because I know that's not true. There's no way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like they go hand in hand, right? If you believe that the Earth is flat, you have to believe everything revolves around the Earth in some form of fashion. Right?
Well, yeah, because but they've modernized it, because now they've put the sun and the moon within the Earth's atmosphere. Is that right? Yep. So now we got the sun and the moon on Earth.
Yep.
Okay. So now I told you before when we had this conversation a few weeks ago, I'm open.
Right.
I'm not, I'm really open. And if there was any evidence leading towards, that the Earth is flat, then that's cool. I'm for whatever truth is, I'm for it. I'm just saying what the evidence shows at this point. Now, if we have the sun and the moon right here on Earth, okay, and how is it then that we get, first of all, the different time zones, for them to be as accurate as they are, but also the only thing that can explain Alaska having 6 months of day and 6 months of night, and then over in Antarctica you have also the same thing. They're opposite, right? They're opposite. The only way you can have that is if you have a globe on its tilt facing a sun that's far away, that's not on Earth, but that's outside of Earth. That's the only way you can explain that. So if you can explain that away, then maybe that'll give me something to hold on to. Can you help us out with that?
Well, Coach D, I'm gonna go mute because I can't.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I can't.
Okay, I can understand that. So let's do one that's easier. We're talking about the horizon now, right? So this is another thing. So let's just say the earth, the sun is actually on Earth, and it so that means that it goes away. Let me see. I actually have a picture. Can I show y'all this real quick? It goes away. So they say it goes away, and instead of goes down, because there is no real curvature, right? But let's take a look at this real quick, if y'all don't mind. Let me find it. Bear with me 1 second. Where is my? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. So let me open up this one real quick. Okay, so let's look at this picture first. One second. Okay, because I snapshotted this one. So let's look at this one first. Where is it? Hold on, I'm trying to see. Oh, there we go. Here it is. All right.
That's a very good question, Mr. Mack.
All right.
It's a very good.
All right. So we could see. No, I could tell. I'll tell you why that. I know the answer to that. Okay. So can you guys see my screen?
Can't
No.
see a thing.
Well, I'm sharing it, but it didn't go. It didn't do anything. MC, you are sharing screen without sharing your system sound. That's what it's telling me. I didn't want to. I ain't got no sound. Can you just share the screen? Let me see. Sound is supported only while sharing entire. Okay. All right. So let me try this. See if I can do this again. Then let me see. Stop. Yeah, this thing is not really straightforward, is it?
Would you like for me to do a diagram, Coach D? I'm great with diagrams. What you got? Hold on, let me see.
You
Let me get
great
this
with-
paper. Let me get this paper. I did my hamster, remember?
Oh, let's do this. Maybe it's no, not entire screen. Yeah, I don't get it. It's not letting me do it.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's not letting me. Okay, so anyway, what I wanted to do, now I gotta find somewhere to start. There you go, bedazzled. But you forgot the Earth. Where's the Earth?
But
There is no Earth. It's flat. No, I'm just kidding.
It's flat. You can't see it, right? Right, it's on this side. We can't see it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you the diagram that was, that this describes. Now, the problem is that as the sun sets, we can see, and I just moved from California. I've been living in California for the last 12 years. West Coast. Every evening, everybody go out to the beach and they watch the sunset. You can literally see the sun going down. Not away, but down. Okay? Now, that to me tells me that it's actually descending, and then there's another part of the earth being lit up as we are getting darker here. That light is traveling to another part of the earth as the sun appears to be going down. Okay, not away. Then when I'm in the airplane, okay, when I'm at 30,000 feet, I ain't no closer to the sun than I am when I'm on the ground. Okay, so it makes no sense. So I'm just telling you, these are the things that to me dispel all this stuff that the flat earthers are saying. I ain't no closer. So if that sun was on Earth, I should be a little bit closer at 30,000 feet closer to it, because that thing can only be about 300,000 feet up, right?
So if you said that you're on the ground and you 30,000 feet above the ground,
Right.
you're no closer to the sun.
I don't feel like I'm any closer to the sun, being that the sun is actually 93 million miles away. 30,000 feet ain't gonna make no difference.
Copy.
It ain't gonna make no difference,
And
it doesn't make one bit of a difference.
Conversation here, because you saying, like I said, Earth is flat. You're bridging it along with the conversation topic of, because the Earth is flat, that the sun and the moon are inside of it. You're bridging.
Which is another theory, right? Coming from
Right.
flat Earth.
That's not what I'm talking about. They can have their theory. I can have mine.
So this is what I'm trying. So I see now that you're just a different breed of flat Earth. Is that what it is? You're a different breed. Okay. Well, I need you to list your theory for me then. I need to hear your theory, because I'm mistaking you to be a regular flat earther. I can see you came with your own.
No. You know, like I said, I'm a simplistic person. You know, I only know, I only can say without a shadow of doubt what I've seen and what I know. When it comes to taking information from someplace else, it could be, I mean, it can be true, but there can be wrinkles in there as well. That would lead me to a fact where it can't be 100% true. When we receive things from media, any type of media, we are at that media's hand, so they can switch it up whenever they want to.
100%.
And because I myself have never seen the Earth being round, and you yourself have never been the Earth being round, you can say, because these tests the other people ran, that it is, and we can go with it. Or we can go with the research that I've done and say that's what the Earth is flat. But
tell us more about your research. Tell us more about that.
Okay, that was the first thing we spoke about when I told you about the perspective of the test I personally ran. That I said, you know what? This is not the test to say that the Earth isn't round. This is a part of the test to say, you know what? Earth also, the Earth was flat. When I gave the examples of how the Greeks started off with the first saying that the Earth was flat, and how they abolished that with the stick test, right? That was the example how something's they give us something, they give us information, right? They can come back later and say, you know what, that wasn't true, and we have to go with it, because you know what, I didn't know that at the beginning of it. You know, they gave us that, and they gave it to us. They gave us the Earth flag. Well, we'll stop them coming back and say, you know what, it's not flat no more. It's a spirit. Well, it's not. Let me tell you,
can I tell you something about the Greeks?
Come with it.
The Greeks are some of the dumbest people on the planet. Now, this is why I say that. The Greeks themselves have not come up with anything of their own, of any kind of significance for their own civilizations. Everything they got, they stole from ancient Kemet, from the Nile Valley. Everything, their architecture, everything, and even when they when they went and took over ancient Egypt, they added no significant progress. In fact, they ran it into the ground. So I'm just letting you know, don't follow what the Greeks say. Everybody else, from the Dogon to the Akan to all and even the Twa, which is the first people on the planet, even all of them knew that everything was spherical, including the Earth. So I'm sorry, I can't come and just because the Greeks say it's flat, then I got to know, we can't believe that, because they couldn't even get nothing right when they was there in ancient Egypt. So I'm just saying they kind of some dumb people.
Well, I was just using them as an example how far back that this was said that the Earth was flat, to let me know this pre-existed this conversation of, hey, listen, where it came from. I agree. You know what I'm saying? They're not here for a reason. But so far as a conversation topic, the history behind the Earth being flat dates back, you know what I'm saying, back then as well. That's why I brought that up. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not to abolish the understanding that the Earth is a sphere. It's more to say, you know what, okay, well, maybe there's evidence to support it, maybe flat.
So the first calendars the first calendars that were made there in ancient Kemet, okay, they were made according to the movement of the heavens, and they made it according to with the understanding that the earth is a globe. If you were to make a calendar and have it precise like they had it precise, if it was flat, it wouldn't work the way it works. It would not work the way it works. We wouldn't have the same chronological order and the same hitting of the times and dates like we do. Even the Kemetic New Year, which is we call Weprin Pet. We see Sapdet coming over the horizon exactly 70 days after it disappears below the horizon. You see, so if it was flat, then we would only get one hemisphere of stars. We know that we deal with two hemispheres, the southern and the northern hemispheres.
So
And we can only see one at a time from where we are. You see,
your ancient civilization is better than my ancient civilization.
Yep. Just tell you now.
We gotta run with yours. I happen to like the Greeks. They had a bunch of gods. They did everything. They had Hercules.
Oh,
you know
man,
what I'm saying? Who did that have?
The Greeks didn't have nothing. The Greeks didn't have nothing.
All right, man. All right, y'all.
Let me shut up.
What's up, King?
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it, because you thinking exactly what I'm thinking when he said, "I love the Greeks." Like, you have no idea how much knowledge they stole from ancient Kemet. Literally everything. They did not create nothing. They are not the originals of anything. They are the originals of theft.
They stole everything.
They're just like the United States Patent Company. They stole everything.
Bars.
Ain't that important how the world works? You bring a good idea, the next person throw their 2 cents on it,
They originated that idea. It was them that started that. Before then, everybody else was honest. Okay. Before them, everybody. Yes, everybody else was honest before them.
Can I just I really honestly think that, John Gotti, your argument is to challenge the knowledge that we are hand fed, and get your knowledge for yourself. But you guys are kind of like from the same school, like, like you guys kind of like, you guys like challenge your assumptions. I think that's what this entire like debate is about. It's like challenge your assumptions and what you've been taught. And I think you even posted a question about that, John, like in the group, where you were like what do we need to be talking about for 2024? And the whole entire idea is Black people challenging their assumptions, challenging what they've been hand fed, and actually do some knowledge for themselves. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's what.
Yeah, really, it is. Coach D acknowledged and said some key words that I wanted him to say. He kind of said at the beginning of this. He said that everything's a possibility. And with that understanding that everything's a possibility, you open yourself up to, and not just like in life, you open yourself up to every situation and every obstacle that you're not closed down to. So when it comes down to the earth being flat, let's be honest here, we're adults, we got kids, we're sensible. Who really cares, right? As long as the check hit the bank. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it look like at the end of the day, because I know that my bills get paid and I'm good to go. But
first and the 15th.
This is a metaphoric conversation, because if you can't sit down and process and say, you know what, that's a possibility, and keep moving forward, then you lost as a person. And that's the point I wanted to make. But Coach D started here. He already had understanding that, hey, there's a possibility. I'm in the middle of what I know with what I know, and if everything else, I'm open to having a conversation about if there's enough evidence to support it. I asked a bunch of key questions at the beginning of this. I asked him where school he went to, when he graduated, where he received his media, where he received his information from, what he believed in. Kind of early questions where he gave very, very plausible, open-minded answers. The facts were the facts. I asked him $1 on the left hand, $1 on the right hand, that equals $2. That's something you can't deny. If you have an understanding of what's a fact, opposed from everything else you could talk about, then in my world, or I feel like in world in the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? Simplistic things like that in conversations, you have a overall perspective on what things could be. And so that's
Mm-hmm.
why I look at the conversation of this, right? Because honestly, I could have shut down at the beginning. He ain't seen it, I ain't seen it. That really would come down to. He ain't seen it, I ain't seen it. We can talk about it all day, what we think, what evidence we got. But at the end of the day, we cannot stand on business and say, bro, I know what it is. And I gave that example when I talked about my paycheck, right? Because I know if I work 2 hours, it equal to 30, it equal to 60, I must make 30 hours out. We can't have a conversation about that. That's a fact. But because we can't physically say, listen, bro, I seen this and this way it is, we can only speculate.
Well, it's
I can actually rock with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
In a way.
No, yeah.
I can rock with.
Yeah.
Here's something I've learned, right? I have learned, and especially this has been reinforced for me personally over these last couple of months, is when you have a situation that you're facing that sometimes you might feel a little bit of cognitive dissonance about, be curious instead of fearful. Be curious. Because if you're curious about something, then first of all, the opposite of fear is not courage. The opposite of fear is understanding and compassion, right? So if you take that, whatever it is that you fear, and you get an understanding about it, you get faith from what it is that you believe, you know, whether it's the universe who covers you, God who covers you, atapu, sweet potatoes, hot mess, and cocoa salad, whatever it is that covers you, you have faith that that's what you believe in. I'm sorry, Coach D, you know I had to come on, man.
Hot two potato salad. Hot two potato salad. I love
That's
it.
gonna be the next. That's gonna be the next single. But if you have that, right, then you can go forward and you can ask those questions. You can be curious about what it is that you're afraid of, and once you have an understanding, then you have compassion for whatever that is. You know, and it's all about challenging your assumptions. Cause let's keep it a buck. Who are we to challenge our assumptions? As long as people are divided, most won't allow you to understand.
That happens.
You know,
I'm not trying to be funny, but y'all need to go back and read some of Mr. Mack's comments. He been asking some really good questions.
Yeah, he has one regarding why is it illegal to fly over Antarctica?
Yes.
So here's the reason. If you know the story of Richard Byrd, Admiral Richard Byrd. It wasn't illegal until after his incident. So it had nothing to do with the flat earth thing, but it had everything to do with the fact that he had encountered another civilization. You know, in fact, there was a radius of a 50-mile radius of extratropical forest in the center of Antarctica. And him and his fleet on assignment, they're in planes. They end up flying into kind of a portal, but which led them into the hole, which they call Hollow Earth. Okay, so you got Hollow Earth and then you got Flat Earth. Those are two conflicting theories. The only thing is that we have someone who not only been there once, but he went back 2 other times on purpose. And when that government, so at that point it was illegal for anybody to even live in Antarctica, let alone fly over it. So it became a UN thing started by the United States that there was a no-fly zone.
Yeah, all countries have signed it. All countries have signed this document. Yeah.
So, but you can go and look that information you can look up.
That actually makes a lot of sense if you really think about it, because I mean that's like one of the heads of a lot of scientific experiments. You know, all kinds of things about the weather, the way that things move, and if there is a hollow Earth and then this year Earth, it sounds feasible that somebody's government would be trying to keep that up under wraps. So it makes a lot of sense. Newborn, if you don't say something.
Yeah, and I think you got some snow. You got some snow. Like, I don't know, turn your mic down. I'm hearing some snow.
No, that's him dissenting. That's all of him dissenting. You ever heard that? He's just like,
I'm hearing that. Yeah.
No, I hear what she's talking about. So he
Thank
said
you.
I'm familiar with Richard B, which is why it may be possible the Earth is flat. Like I say, anything is
I want
possible.
my mic though.
But as far as now, I can see them hiding the hollow Earth thing because there was a whole civilization, a whole people in there, right? There's a whole people that they encountered and everything. But as far as the Earth being flat, like, and I'm asking, why would that be hidden? Like, what are the implications that we actually become undoubtedly convinced that the Earth is flat? What if everybody just took on this notion to be a complete truth? Now what? What happened?
Like, what would they be trying to hide?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
what
I
are
see
your
what you're
thoughts?
saying.
What are your thoughts on the firmament?
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, the firmament itself. I mean, as far as I can see, like, and I've been underneath the Discovery spaceship because they have it in there at the Science Museum in Los Angeles. So I used to take my daughter there. The bottom of it is completely burned. It's because of its entry back into the Earth's atmosphere. So as far as the firmament goes, we have, so in ancient Kemetic understanding, there is a goddess by the name of Nut, who hovers over the Earth god, which is Geb, right? She represents that firmament with that, or the barrier between the Earth and also the heavens. Okay.
Yes.
So that itself could be what it is, but remember that you have many levels of atmosphere to go through. Even to escape Earth itself, the environment of Earth.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish that because I have another question. I'm just gonna have a question.
I was just gonna say,
get that please get that snow. I'm hearing it. Fix
her
it.
hamsters are like, her hamsters are like, somebody get it.
Yeah, turn your mic off. Yeah, there you go. The moon landing.
What about it?
Can we go back to the firmament? Because I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not understanding what that is. So can y'all explain for
a dome?
Yeah.
So it's again, it's supposed to be this dome that's over, and that's, like I say, that's in fact true, because there's a atmospheric, barrier that's around the Earth that literally separates Earth from space.
So not the ozone.
That's one level. That's one layer of it. We got the we got the magnetosphere, which is that's the layer that actually protects us from all the solar wind coming from the sun. You see, it's what causes the northern lights, the borealis.
Did not know that. Oh, wow.
Yes. So
this
you're
is so smart.
I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all be listening to me. No, I'm just playing.
It's because every time I see you, I think about like them Kwame pants with like polka dots on them, and you and your dancer stage. You know what I'm saying?
Well, while you tripping, I think I have a picture of me in one of those.
I can't. I'm gone. Goodbye. Good night. No, I'm just kidding.
I actually had a pair. I really had a pair of those. So stop it. Stop it. I'm telling all my business.
Okay.
But the thing is that some say that the firmament is also water. Okay, coming from also because when we talk about Nut, she is all of the cosmos. That's why you see on her body, you will see all the stars and planets and stuff like that.
Because the stars are inside of the firmament. Yeah.
Well, inside of if it's inside the firmament,
she represents the firmament. So how do you explain? How do you
if
explain?
She represents that.
Go ahead. How do you explain rainbows?
Rainbows? It's really.
Yeah,
You as
it's
a
a
kid, did you
reflection.
did you
It's a
did you did you?
reflection. No,
But listen,
I'm asking
I'm trying to
questions
tell
that
you.
people are asking
Right. He
when
was
it
trying to
comes
explain
to.
though.
I'm
You can
trying to
Yeah,
play with
explain.
a
go
you can
ahead.
play with a water hose and make a rainbow.
Not only that,
Okay.
but when you were a kid, did y'all ever do the experiment? I think they did this in every science class in elementary. You mess
Okay.
with the prism. Remember that prism?
Okay.
Facts. Yeah.
And that prism
Okay.
broke light up into the
Yeah,
three
broke light.
primary
Yep.
colors.
All
Yep.
The
right.
refraction of light.
Okay.
I
That's
just have
what
questions. I just have questions. Go
I
ahead.
know, beloved. I'm answering.
Okay.
I'm answering. So is in the same way, water drops of water do the same thing. They refract light in that same way. So when you get a whole bunch of them, clouds are actually made of water drops.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get some of those, some of that going on, and then you get the sun shining just right, it's going to be refracting the lights. That's how you get rainbows.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how that became like in the same category as Bigfoot, but it was.
The same category as what?
It's Bigfoot.
Oh,
It's
I
like,
love y'all. Stay intelligent. I love you too, Mr. Mac. What are your thoughts on the moon landing?
I don't have any. That's one of the. I'm with Mr. Gotti on that one. I wasn't there. Is it possible that they could? That they could have?
Could
Yeah,
have
that's possible.
faked the moon landing? Yeah.
And listen, just to co-sign with John Gotti, they lie about a lot of things,
Part.
a whole lot of things. You know why they do that? To control the psyche of the masses.
That part.
To get us, so it's like one of those things to where they get us to be and do what they want us to do, but one thing that they understand that they are not supposed to do is infringe upon free will. So they end up coercing you into using your own will for you choosing these things that you. So wars, even like I say, World War I was started with a lie. They lied and said that the Germans had sunk a American cruise ship. Just to get America involved in it. The whole Desert Storm thing was a lie. They faked 9/11, and I'm gonna say it straight up.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and I ain't saying nobody did get hurt. I ain't
Right.
taking away from the people that was actually lost. But what I'm saying,
Yeah.
it wasn't what they told you. So
Right.
he's right as far. So we have. So that's why I say I'm always open, but you got to give me enough information for me to even be able to go and start considering this other theory that's in play.
Now
Give
I
me
gotta
enough-
kick your. I gotta kick your own question against you.
Ooh, shit.
Right.
Let's go.
What would be the purpose of lying to the masses in the U.S. about the moon landing? Like, what would be purposeful? Because I honestly believe that if the government is going to lie to us, it's going to be for one or two big reasons. Either to keep down on mass confusion and control because they don't want people getting excitable and causing riots and all that kind of stuff. And number two, big money, period. They want to try to keep more. They
It was
want to try
neither
to
one
keep
of
you
those.
paying. Okay, then which one was it?
How
It
does it
was-
feel
it was-
to be first?
Right,
Thank you.
right.
That's it.
That's what it's about.
That's
It
all
was
it
Bragging
was.
rights.
Yeah.
Bragging
Because
rights.
they heard that Russia was trying to go. Was trying to do it. So they
And
were just
China.
they did it
they wanted to do it
beat them.
first.
But they'll tell you today that they don't even have the knowledge to go back.
I've seen some.
Nah, they've been
Buzz
told
Aldrin.
don't come
Yeah.
back. You ain't supposed to be up
Right.
here anyway.
There it
Come on.
is.
Come on, because
There
don't
it is.
forget.
There
don't
it
forget,
is.
They also found a
Yep,
very
they did.
old ancient
They
woman.
did.
Okay.
Her name is Mona Lisa. She's the Black Mona Lisa.
I wonder
Yeah.
why they named her that. Because
They called her
she
the
should've
Black
been-
Mona Lisa. Yes.
Well,
they
she looks
found
more
her.
African than European. So
But the
I'm just
only thing I
saying.
disagree with, like about that moon landing and stuff, was that camera out there recording. So either we witnessing a third and fourth step, because somebody had to walk out here and put this camera right here to record this, or y'all lying to us about the whole thing. It can't be
Well,
one or
you-
the other.
That's
Like I
before.
say, it's all possible. That's why I
It
say
is.
That's
I
before the
don't.
time.
Yeah.
I-
That's why
okay.
I don't take a position. I don't take a position one way or the other on that. and
They
I'm
didn't
just
go to the moon.
observing and letting it play out, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
So as a quote unquote communicator, right? Yeah, I don't know if I communicate all that well anymore, but just being a communications major, right? I remember that we had a professor who taught us. He was like, there were certain things that forwarded the advancement of communications as being human beings, right? The first was spoken word, because that's what we had. The second was written word, because that's what we had. All right, because then you'd be able to have oral, like before we had oral histories, then we had written histories that were, by a book. Then you had drawing, but drawing wasn't necessarily the forwarding of communication, because it could be true or it could be not true, right? However, the last thing was photography and like video and things that came after that, because a photograph was a photograph. Until they invented Photoshop, you couldn't, like, it could tell a photo told a million stories, right?
Right.
And because whoever it was the viewer, they got the communication, they guessed what it was. So that's the reason why I'm kind of just like, on the moon landing, I do actually agree with John Gotti. Like, it could have been second, third, or fourth. And trying to challenge that perception, I'm like, okay, I can rock with that. But saying that there was not a moon landing, I'm like, because I don't see the.
I've actually heard them say that we don't yet have the technology to get us to the moon.
Yeah.
I've heard them say that in interviews, and it might have been a slip up or something like that. So it's some things pointing towards to where that definitely could have been a fate.
They did an interview with one of the astronauts, and they asked him what was the scariest part of the trip, and he said, "Well, I don't know. It never happened."
Interesting. But I'm like,
and Buzz Aldrin, who was supposed to have been, on that flight. In fact, the one taking the step.
It never happened.
But he, even when he was approached and asked if it was faked, he refused to even answer. He actually started walking away and started trying to get some security on the person who was asking him that. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't you, like engage that and say, yeah, no, we was there, dude. You saw me, I was right there, so I don't know.
How much money we give to NASA? We give
more?
Yeah, 33. I think the last one was like 34 billion. Last year
that actually, after the Challenger incident, I want to say that started winding down, and that's the reason why the Space Force was created.
That's why the Space Force. Yeah.
And I'm going to hide my face so I don't have to show my reactions to that one.
So goofy. But the thing about it is,
I missed you.
But at the end of the day, sure, it's all possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. But everything's possible, but not everything is likely. That's all I'm saying. And what makes things worthy of an investigation is information or the evidence of information that can lead to say that this has some sort of validity. But if you're putting two things side by side, globe, flat, then there are some things that if you're claiming the flat earth theory, then you have to explain away enough of the globe understanding in order for the flat earth theory to even have to be worthy of investigating. And all I'm saying at this point, that hasn't happened for me. But I'm open. Yeah, but I'm open. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely open.
He separated the waters from the waters. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's deep. I was hoping through conversation that we could not. Well, I was hoping through conversation that maybe we could agree that maybe everything we received wasn't 100% bulletproof. That would leave leeway for, it could be. That's it. It could be. Not that I'm convinced that it is, but it could be. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. You know,
I always had
there's only two
questions.
things for certain, bro. Two things for certain: we gonna be black and we gonna pay taxes.
I don't know about that. That
I was
tax.
about to say
Even
that
that
last
last one there.
Yeah, I don't know about
Even
that.
that last.
Today, man,
That's
taxes.
another.
That
That's
last one.
another episode.
Yeah, we need to talk about taxes.
No, we
We
don't.
need
Right
Yeah,
around
we need to
yes,
talk
I'm
we
not.
do. If it's
we
so
don't.
voluntary, why are people going to jail for not paying?
Same
we
way
need to
people
talk
come up
about
missing.
Mm.
You know,
you ain't lying.
I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
If it's
Nah,
voluntary, why are people going to jail for not paying?
all I'm
What's
saying is you gotta
voluntary?
Taxes.
be careful getting them people's attention. Don't get their
That
attention.
part. That part.
Don't get
We
their
already said the
attention.
key word.
We did.
Taxes.
Nah, you got
Taxes.
No,
I
Federal
like how
and
you.
state
I was like,
taxes.
I didn't say it. If somebody else
Look,
listen, I didn't
they're
say it.
listening. They're listening right
I
now.
didn't
They
say
said
it.
taxes. They
I
said
was about to
taxes.
say I like this. She leaned into the microphone and say, "Taxes."
They hear everything. Everything.
And right now, we ain't doing nothing that is causing trauma responses. So
Yeah. They're like, oh, they full of
around.
shit.
I ain't talking about nothing.
And they're not
Just keep it
they're not
that
a
way.
threat. Keep moving. They stopped
They did.
listening 2 minutes ago.
They did with trauma responses. They was like, "Oh yeah, we caused most of the
Yeah.
trauma, so we're not listening. We're good. We're good.
Mm.
Carry on.
Right.
Carry on. We're fine. We won't get a bill."
Hey, yeah,
Like,
really
I'm
quick
fine.
before because talking about what people should spend their tax refund on, that'd be a great conversation.
But people spend their tax
Well,
refund on.
should spend, should spend. 'Cause
Oh.
it's tax refund. And
Oh, well, we need to bring Mike back in for
Yep.
that too.
I was about to say, Mr.
Yep.
Mike Lee.
that'd be
Yeah.
a great conversation. Even if like one part, hey, if you plan on doing it, maybe something worth
slow.
if you're talking about investing, of course, we're talking about crypto, that sort of thing. I'm always those conversations.
Do you have another screen open, Coach D?
No, that's not me.
It's not
bro.
open.
That's
Somebody.
that's somebody's that sounds like interference in their cord.
Yeah,
somebody's
that
cord.
Yeah.
mic. Ugh. It's
Yeah.
a snowy.
It just stopped.
Not mine, because I done
Nope.
muted several times.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's me.
Who is that? Who just came
Is
back
it me?
I
on?
don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
make sure your cord is good.
It just stopped. So that might be you, John
It
Gotti.
might be John.
No, I still can hear it.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm saying,
It's dying
can't.
down.
I can hear it. So is it me?
It might be.
No, it's Ivy.
There it goes. It's gone.
It's gone.
It's
It was
the-
Ivy
it's
this
the-
whole time. It's the hamster.
It was Ivy the whole time.
I messaged her.
fucking
I
hamsters.
messaged her.
What?
But so I know I haven't really said much. I was really just processing. But I want to highlight. Well, I want to insert a few words here. One that is at the top of the list: consensus. We were talking about the scientific method indirectly, right? The whole purpose of the scientific method is investigation. That's the purpose. And it's a method of investigation, right? So, John was saying earlier about, what we've been told, right? Perception is reality, that whole thing. Consensus is the agreement. It's collective agreement, right? That's another word we've been talking about. Can we agree? Can we agree? Why is that so important? Why is the agreeing so important? Especially on a collective level. We're all seeking to affirm something. We're all seeking to affirm our reality. So I don't mind, personally, I don't mind investigations, even if, a little bit of conspiracy theories here and there. I don't mind that, right? But I have a pretty well-oiled machine of investigation. And so the question is, how well is your skill or your machine of investigation, right? So hence we start talking about theory and hypothesis, right? At the center of all of this, is faith. We start with faith. We end with faith. Because even when you produce your results, even when you arrive at your conclusions, open-ended or closed, someone else still has the opportunity to agree or disagree with your conclusions, especially your method of inquiry, your method of investigation. Oh, word? The earth is flat? How did you come up with that? Hence, now you got to show your work now, right? We're trying to solve a problem, though. We're trying to solve a problem. There's a discrepancy at a cognitive level. Hence, Ivy said something about cognitive dissonance, right? So here's a
I got one
discrepancy in
word.
the mind. And it creates tension within us, and that tension kind of, seeps out into
That's
the
deep.
collective, right?
That's deep.
We got these beliefs, right? And it's the same. It goes the same with every system out there. It's not just science. It's ideology. It's religion, right? I believe in this, and then you find evidence that supports what you believe. And then, of course, maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe I don't have any evidence. Maybe I'm going to put the burden of proof on you, irresponsibly, of course, right? But nonetheless, we're still talking about this method of investigation in which we're trying to see it for ourselves. And some of us are lazy in our method, and we put a lot of faith into experts, folks that are really good at this, that got a useful tool. We put faith in them to find the answers for us. And when they share it with us, we're just going to perhaps blindly believe, blindly have faith in it, not question it. Sometimes out of laziness, sometimes I don't have the access. I don't have access to your method of inquiry. I might not have the same level of education. You were speaking about that earlier. What's your education, Diami? What's your background? Because again, your background influences the information that you hold too. You can manipulate the information based off of the framework you're operating in. So if we ain't operating in the same framework, we're exchanging ideas, energy, theories about reality and what's going on around us. If we're not even sharing the same mechanism, we're gonna inevitably arrive at different results because we're not shared in that capacity. So what I can really appreciate here is the message of being curious, open-minded, adventurous and such, but also refining your cognition so that you can process this data efficiently. We're trying our best. Oh, that was another word we used, validity, right? Ooh. That's more so about accuracy. Validity is about accuracy. Reliability is about the process in terms of its consistency, its ability to produce the same results. That's reliability. So something like, hey, how can we find out if the earth is flat or not? Maybe we can create an instrument, that's science. We can create an instrument that magnifies our ability or even increase our efficiency to arrive at a conclusion. So we created this instrument, sent it up to space to give us some more data, information about our reality. And then we have to also, in reverse order, make that information digestible, because you could just produce raw data like stats. You can just produce raw data and just say, hey, here's the raw data for this experiment. Now it's open to interpretation. Kind of like religion. Hey, this was created and everybody's got an interpretation. Perception is reality. So it brings us back to consensus. Collectively, we all have a responsibility to put our vote in, because that's what we're doing. We're voting on all of this. Either I agree that this exists, I agree that is a woman, I agree that that man is black, I agree that this person is a podcaster, right? We're looking, studying features so that we can give the best guesstimate or the closest accurate idea to what it is, hence the validity. So I can really appreciate this. This was really a testament to the scientific method and our critical thinking skills. So respect to you for that. You gentlemen both. Yeah.
I like that.
Indeed.
I like that.
Yeah.
I want to add another layer to that too. You know how you said that we this is a space where we can get like the collective conscious of what we kind of believe. What I have been kind of tapping into is seeing the reality of other people's reality. Right. I think I want to see that. I want to say that Coach D, he pushed me on this a couple months ago, right? Being able to be boundaried enough right? To let somebody else have their reality because I have mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand who I am, and I've gotten, I see the evidence of X, Y, and Z in my life. So I can say, okay, I'm being curious. I hear what you're saying. And I'm going to just be like John Gotti said, anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. And whatever those possibilities don't necessarily have to be my reality. You know what I'm saying? Because my reality is my own. But I still don't have to push my reality on anybody else in order for us to be a collective conscious. Does that make you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's called
So I just wanted
communication.
That's called what now?
Communication.
It is communication. It's a very, well, actually, it's not just communication, but it's also vulnerability and understanding, right? And it's kind of the takeaway.
And that's
like
foremost the most important thing, the understanding
That
part
part.
of it. Because
Yeah.
we all, because the thing about it is, we all have one experience, and that experience is called life. But our reality is our perspective in life. So that's what makes our, us having unique experiences in one event. We take different sides of it, and but so you can't push your reality on somebody else's because it's yours. That's tailored for you. So the thing is that, like you say, it's just about understanding, and this is how we communicate and share those experiences. Because if it's true that we are all one being expressing as many, then what we're here to do is have as many experiences at the same time as we can.
Facts.
Okay, right now there's 8 billion experiences being had all at one time on this planet, and countless more even outside. So
Yeah. But I think that's the challenge. Sometimes you get communities where they don't want, like, you're like, okay, well, we are monolithic. We can only be one thing, right? And instead of looking outside of that and saying your reality is your reality, but you're still a part of the collective, like I've seen that as a deterrent to being able to communicate. And I love the fact that on here, we're like, okay, you can have your reality. You know what I'm saying? You can, as long as it's reality.
That's why
Because we're not
it's a
talking about
safe
delusions,
space
because
for you to
delusions is
express.
that part. Because delusions, we can get into that, but that's a whole entire different story.
Right.
That's another
So
shot.
let's take
Yeah.
what you just said. This is why I used to push this on my sister. I told her this several times. Yeah, I got to throw you out there. God love her.
Boundary yourselves. Just smile, girl. Just smile. Just smile. I got you.
But no, in most relationships, and I ain't talking about just man, woman, I'm just saying relationships as far as communication goes. We push the narrative, it's okay to agree to disagree. We push that heavily.
Speak on that.
Push that heavily. And by doing so, we're doing exactly what you said, Miss Ivy. We're colliding universes. That's why it's called your verse, universe, you and I verse. It's important.
Hey, yo, that's deep, bro. That's a boy. Boy. I ain't gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna say it out loud. They thinking it. That's a boy. Bring that home.
That's my brother. That's normal for him.
But that's something that I used to express to Renee. Like, if you can't establish understanding just from another person's perspective, what are you doing even talking to them?
Yeah.
That's something me and John learned. Well, I ain't gonna say we learned. Me and John received that amongst each other early on in the first stages was just our communication. A few words or a sentence from him or a few words, sentence from me, understanding was already had. Which brought us all to this panel right here. From God Level's Dream, this is what we arrived to. Communication. Communication. Being appreciative of one's understanding.
Yeah.
Period. And that's peace. But also, this is year 24, which is wisdom culture, all being born to equality, which is balance.
Ooh.
And that has what taking place tonight. Balance.
Yeah.
This is
This was
true
really good.
communication, which is balance.
This was
Be able
really
to
good.
receive, transmit, and then transmit, receive. That's very important.
Let
But go
me
ahead.
ask Mr. Gotti a question. um, in our conversation tonight, do you feel divided, like separated from me at all, or how do you
Pause.
think this?
Pause.
Hmm?
No, man. I felt like anytime I can get the opportunity to have a conversation with anybody, right? Have a conversation with anybody, right? I'm gonna take it, right?
Skywalker.
Even if I have to be like, you know what I'm saying, opposing side, you
Right.
know what I'm saying, I'm gonna take the opportunity. Do I feel divided? No. I feel like, so far as being on a platform to have a conversation, intellectual conversation where it's not bickering and hey, my
Right.
side is right, your side is right. I feel like it's opportunity, and I thank y'all for this opportunity.
Okay. Yeah. I feel the same way. I was asking that because I wanted to make sure that there was no division created. That we still brothers, we still brothers, and we can talk anytime, and it's okay, even if you don't never change your mind. If I never change my mind, but that's not going to change us. That's not going to ever make it a day to where you know, if you need Coach D's assistance, I ain't gonna ever say that I can't even help you, bro. I ain't gonna ever be like that towards you.
You know
You know
what?
what I
That
mean?
is a big issue in the world, right? Because
Mhm.
people don't agree on certain topics. It's we gotta stay away from them.
Exactly.
They didn't grow up how I
Exactly.
grew up, or they don't agree with it. I can't mess with them. That itself is another episode. You know,
But
with
that's
our values.
ignorance.
Yeah, like the values that we grew up on, especially like you graduated '91, I graduated 2006. So you know what I'm saying. I grew up on like
That's 2 years after my daughter was born. Yeah, my
Dang.
youngest daughter was born.
Sheesh, the youngest. So
wasn't
I
gonna
grew up
say
like on Rugrats and like you grew up like on Scooby Doo, like the old one. I grew up on the new one.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
there's so many
Exactly.
things we got. I think people focus on the things we got that are separate. We don't focus on the things we got that are alike. And that's why the world is in the condition is where we don't take care of each other. And I mean, I call this I really wrote a paper on this. I call this the revolving door theory. Do y'all realize like y'all go in like the quick trips or like gas stations, right? You don't even hesitate. You hold the door. No matter who comes next, you kind of hold the door. Now with that same theory of how you look out for that person behind you, do your average day, how often do you look out for the person behind you?
Always.
Do you
I mean,
hold
the answer
space
is-
and do you hold the door emotionally? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like in life, we should, right? You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
should look out for the person behind us. And I'm not saying go out your way, because when you go on the quick trip, it take you a second to hold that door. You don't even think about it. Let it be a man or a woman, you hold the door. Oh, good look, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man or woman. If in life, if we did that, how well off would we be?
But I think what we're talking about are unspoken moral codes. So it's like you get the spotlights on you if you don't hold the door open for somebody coming behind you. But you can scapegoat all you want to when it comes to being emotionally available and stuff like that for other people. So, but good thing that I live my life like that every single day. There's not a day to go by and no moment of the day to go by, and I can honestly say that I ain't holding it. I ain't holding the door emotionally open for somebody else. I'm always doing that. All the time.
What's your son?
Yes, that's my son right there. That's what y'all been hearing in the background. My son and my daughter. Them boy, they don't play.
Oh yeah,
games.
they been clowning.
I've been trying to mute myself so y'all won't hear
Daddy
them.
on the TV.
Right.
Yeah,
Daddy,
I heard a scream.
Right. Get that out. Come on. Here's one of they see me in front of this mic, man. They automatically assume, but it's showtime.
It's showtime.
Yeah, it's
It's
showtime.
normally
man.
mine too.
So no, you know what? I concur with you. Man, I try to do something. Now I'm not going out my way, but I try to do something for somebody else every day, in hopes that spreading good karma will come back to me. And that's really something I believe in. Positivity is absolutely free. Doing stuff with somebody that's free, I'll let me do that. Hopefully, somebody will look out for me a little bit somewhere down the line. I receive one of those blessings I didn't know I had. One of those types,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Oh yeah.
we should be like that.
Not everybody
doubt.
is blessed to be that cognizant and that aware,
Mm.
Mr. Gotti. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're full of everything else, if you're full of a lot of pain and haven't been able to get past it yet, some people, they can't hold space emotionally. They can't hold open the door for other, for other people emotionally, because of the fact that they're full of everything else. So just putting that out there, if you're at the point where you're actually saying to yourself, like, you want to inject positivity every day, bro, you are miles ahead in the game, man.
You really
know what I'm
are.
saying?
Hey man, round of applause for me then.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So my hamster's clapping too. You go.
Shout out to them. But what type of life we living? If you're not, what are you showing to the people that's looking at you? Whether they be his nephews, what message are you sending to them? Is the kind of way I wasn't always like this. When I was younger, man, I was all about me and mine. Well, before I had mine, I was always about me. And when I had outlined this theory, because something I kind of thought about one day, I'm sitting in front of Quick Trip. I visited there on my lunch break. I was going on my lunch break, and I kind of just sit. And you see people just, people hold the door for people. They would be further behind them. You got to do that little slow jog to get in there because somebody holding it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they hold the door for me. I'm not even at the door yet. Here I come to get in there, right? How aware do you have to be to hold that door? And how understanding do you have to be and say, listen, I'm not even up there, but this person is doing this for me. And you go to receive that. You know what I'm saying? That's a transaction.
Communication.
Right? Yeah, somebody is doing something
It is.
you're receiving it as, you know what I'm saying, oh, thank you for this, because it's a gesture. Before, man, I didn't open no door for nobody. I closed that. Hey, listen, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm in. You better get in where you fit in, right? You better get in where you fit in.
But that's a whole nother subject there, because I can tell you that people don't do it from the goodness of their heart. They're doing it so they don't be called out. Because don't forget, those are the same people that just came off the road and didn't let nobody in when they had their blinker on. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying them
bars.
Yeah. so
they've
I'm
been
just
conditioned,
saying,
right? Yeah, that's so true. So I just want to point out, this is not sponsored by Quick Trip. This show is not.
But if we get something going on, you know what I'm saying? We would
send us some money, Quick Trip.
Look at Newborn.
Right.
Sponsorship right there on the way. Yeah, Quick Trip. What we got, need somebody to talk about it. We talking about it, Quick Trip. You know what I'm saying?
As well.
Yeah.
They got great.
That's awesome.
They really do. They have great ice.
I agree. I really like that walking nachos, if we're going to talk about it.
Oh,
yeah. Question for y'all, just an open-ended question. What's important to you and why? Very vague.
What's important? What?
What's important to you and why? Like very vague and cryptic. But that's why I wanted. That's why I wanted to be vague and cryptic.
Family.
Can I?
He's like, I'm going first.
Let me get it off my chest real quick. What's
Handle
important
it.
to me and why? What's important to me is to continue to bring the best version of me every day. Every day. The reason why I say that, I understand frequency, vibration, and energy. So the more I push to bring the best version of me, the more the universe will allow me to see the best version of it.
Hey King, I'll be honest with you, Newborn, you over there dropping balls. They ain't showing you love like you need, bro. You giving it up. You need something.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because we be sitting back waiting on this man. Speak, Dion. Speak, brother.
She gave the give it. She
Speak,
gave the
King
government.
Newborn. Like we be like, he over there thinking. We can see him. He, I'm just gonna wait.
When you hear this on the mic,
yes. He ready. He holding back. But when he open up, we all like this. Yeah.
It's love, bro. I appreciate you, brother, because you bring another version of God level things that people don't want to talk about to the forefront, and you also making it very clear that two intelligent brothers can hold conversation and actually come to an understanding. You know, even if we coming from left or right, you know what I'm saying, we still
Tonight
be
was
able to
good.
come
It
to a
was
common understanding, which is, you know, it is possible. But we
Yeah.
doing it with love, so I just appreciate. But this the tribe, this the family, my brother. You know, I don't even look for validation. Half the time I try to be quiet, but you know, I got Skywalk over here. He'll do something to spark charge me, or Coach D say something. Then Renee, she ain't gonna let me be quiet.
Hello, crew.
She almost.
Hey, sweetheart.
Oh, peace,
Yes, that's Costello, the
peace,
best hot
peace
sauce
to
in
the
the
queen.
business. Get up with her.
You see it on the what's the name? Oh, you just took it
Yeah.
away. Yeah, but
I
it's
want to
love
hear
her.
everybody's answer. I want to hear everybody
Yeah.
answers.
Facts.
Same
Yeah,
question.
I'm
to you.
still I'm still
you
waiting
gonna
on
speak
everybody's else.
Oh, I already answered.
You
What
said
was my
family.
Family.
You said family.
I just made
Yeah.
it short, quick,
You
simple.
say why though? Why family?
Why family? That's all I got.
And if your big sister had a little brother, him too.
Yes, you are included too, John. You are. He's referring to my sister Megan. Yeah. You're included. She calls you brother. So if she's standing behind you, I'm standing behind you too. You got us both. You got a 2-for-1 deal. Actually, more than that, because if I'm standing behind her, Jalen standing behind me, Sherelle standing behind me, and Leon will pop up. So you got us
I mean,
all.
I can get a plate and an invitation to the cookout. Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
You already know
That's
black
it.
people gonna bring that up. Can I get a
Yes,
plate?
sir. They're gonna
There
bring
you
that
go,
up with
right.
some aluminum foil. With some
Hey.
aluminum foil.
My food don't last long.
What kill the cookout would be that you're not allowed to leave with a plate. You got to sit here and eat that.
Ooh.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that'll kill
That's
everything.
sacrilege.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
sacrilege.
kill
I mean,
everything.
you go.
No, you
Listen,
can't take nothing from her.
You go with any place where some melanin is. You know you take an aluminum foil and a big purse because you know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
about the
for real.
purse, but okay.
Well, I'm just saying, big purse, backpack, something is going down. Skywalker, Coach D, I like to hear what you guys have to say.
I'm waiting for you before I say something.
Let me gather these hamsters. Then let me gather these hamsters. You.
All right, go ahead,
I'm just
Skywalker. Then.
Something that's important to me. The greatest commandment, loving God, loving myself. And then the second greatest, loving others as I love myself.
Ooh.
That's important to me because it's about beingness. It's about connection. There's a whole entire process with that. You know, it really explains it, or not explains, it really summarizes why I'm here, why I exist. So simply put,
That was.
I like it.
Go,
Okay, I
John.
think I got it.
Go ahead,
All
girl.
right, go ahead.
I think I got it. Authentic evolution.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you would have asked me a year ago, I probably would have said some bullshit. But like this, for real, like 2024, authentic evolution. I feel if I'm able to authentically, evolve as a person, then I pass that on to my children. My children will be able to authentically evolve. And once we're able to authentically evolve into who we were really supposed to be, that's where the connection starts, because you're connected to yourself. And this year, 2024 has been all about, or is all about, reconnecting to the person that's inside that I disconnected from for so long, showing my kids how to do it so they can go out into the world and they don't feel like they have to be something that they're not. And once you are being who you are, that's how you can love other people. That's how you can hold the door open. That's how you can hold space for other people, because then you have your reality because you are authentic and you have evolved. So authentic evolution for me, that's important.
Girl.
That connects everything, my family and everything, all of it.
Man, do anybody here like-minded right now? I'm hearing like-minded very heavy.
Me too. Me too. I'm just gonna
Coach
add on
D,
to it.
you're next. Go
I'm
ahead.
just gonna add on to what they said. What's important to me is the return of the domination of our divine essence in this world. That's what's important to me. Why that is because we are cheated greatly, more than you know. We are cheated so much right now because the divine is not in control. You know, so I do everything that John said, everything that King Newborn said, everything that Ivy said. That's what I do. They spoke my virtues. That's how I, show up, to bring that in. So I'm actually I'm operating in that thing that's important to me, so that the divine essence can reclaim its domain. That's what's important to me.
Facts.
Did we record this? Because you need to rewind that back.
Yeah, it's
It
being
is
recorded.
It is recording.
Yeah, it's being
John,
recorded.
go ahead and answer that question, Mr. Gotti.
If there is an answer to that question for myself, it's more. I will probably answer that question with a question in my head to myself of when is enough is a question I pose to myself for a situation like that. In this life we live, is always I want more money, more this, more followers, more that. I would pose that same question, but answer another question within myself: when is enough? So that would be the answer.
What are you after?
That's the thing, right?
With more money, more this and that. What are you after? What's the end goal?
See, when the journey I'm on right now it's not so far as a dollar amount. It's not a destination. It's a feeling. And
is it happiness?
It's past. It's fulfillment.
Okay.
It's fulfillment. So far as picking my words when I say this. It's fulfillment. At one point in my life, I was extremely happy with nothing. Because I thought I wanted this, because I thought I wanted that. I grinded to a place or in a space where it's like, bro, you should be the happiest you are, and you're not. Why aren't I? So for myself, it'd be like I need to search for those real things that made me happy, so I could get back to that space. That'd be for me. But the point I was making with this exercise, right? And we all can agree, to know yourself, you have an obligation not only to share that, to grow upon that, and make something better. Cause that's a true definition of a mammal. That just hit me in my head, right? What is it? Man, species of mammal, cause dogs don't know themselves, right? They don't have a definition of self. Because you can say, listen, this is me, this will make me happier. This is what I am, right? You have an obligation because there's straight people who are things they don't know who they are. And to have it figured out and know you have a destination moving point, you really have an obligation to pull other things and gravitate other things to you. And so far as we're at the beginning of 2024, knowing what we want, now you have an obligation to obtain those things and really stretch it further than what you started off with.
Indeed.
You're buzzing too, John. John Gotti, you're buzzing. Thank you.
Is it John?
Yeah.
I don't even hear the buzzing. Hear.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, thank you.
Yep, that was you.
That was you.
That whole time, it wasn't me buzzing that whole time, man.
Not just now. Now it was. Now.
It was a combination of us both.
Yeah.
You know, all y'all had really good answers. I feel I need to go do some soul searching.
Maybe.
Don't do that to yourself, Renee. Renee, your
I gotta go do
your
I
reality.
want to be on authentic evolution. I'm like, what the fuck?
Don't do that, Renee. Renee, your reality is your reality, girl.
I know.
Yeah.
No, you know what, man?
Family. I mean, God level.
Family.
Look what you created.
Yeah. This is
You
family.
created God level.
This is
This
my
family.
family.
This is the
Y'all are my
tribe. Yeah.
family.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
That's my
peace.
family.
That's peace. I love this 24 though. That's wisdom, culture, all being born to balance, equality.
Say that one more time. Shoot.
Wisdom, culture, all being born to equality, balance, harmony.
I want to do
Everything
this.
that's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to slow that
It's
down
peace,
for the
man.
peoples. For the peoples.
It's all about balance. That's the one thing I learned. Y'all know I'm very transparent about my mental health stuff. That's the one thing I learned. It's about keeping things in balance. And I never knew that. It's not about black or white. It's not about going to the left or to the right. It's about keeping things in balance. And I like that. 2024 is about balance.
There you
We
go.
we call it ma'at. That's what we call it. Ma'at.
Ma'at. Can you
That's
put sauce on that?
balance. That's truth. That's righteousness. That's reciprocity. That's propriety. That's order. So yeah. So maybe someday. Listen, look, I teach a whole class on it. See that? Ma'at. Every Sunday, teach a class on it. This is written by Maulana Karenga, the founder of Kwanzaa. And he has come to my class and done a chapter on this.
Okay.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
So that's showing you how I roll.
Okay.
Once again, can I put sauce on that though?
Go ahead.
I'm messing with you. Okay, I'm gonna
Some Costello sauce. Put some of
That's
that on
what's
there.
up. Yes. This was our first show of the year, and I want to say we came back beautifully. It literally flowed. The energy, the love. Everyone is here except for Erin. She had a house full, so she knew it was going to be crazy. Welcome back, Miss Ivy. You have been truly missed. Girl, we can't do this without your energy. You just like, you're the topping. You can't. No, you can't go anywhere. No, you're here. This is family. We all go through something, baby, but we're here.
Thank you, love. I appreciate
Love you.
girl.
New platform seems to be going well. We'll keep it for right now, Coach D.
I can dig it.
Oh my God. Thank you, John. John, you know, he's our engineer. He does everything behind the scenes. Even though he's quiet, he's working. King Newborn is always paying attention to everybody and waiting to speak. I love that. And John Gotti, I want to thank you for coming on tonight's show. Thank you for the idea.
Always a pleasure. Always
It
a
was
pleasure.
beautiful. We may have you back in the future. I don't know. Let me think about it.
John's got plenty he can talk about. It'll be good to have
He
him.
really does.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man? Whenever you guys invite me, you know, I'll be here.
That's
All
what's up.
Right.
And
This
even y'all-
first show, I wanted to come in easy and fun and light. Next week is gonna be thick. Next week is definitely gonna be thick. So yeah. I want to thank everyone for coming in on tonight's live. We love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube right now, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification button so you can see all of our lives and all of us, right now in real time. Yeah, we ain't perfect. We make mistakes. With that being said, I don't know, John, you got anything for us tonight? If you don't,
I mean, I do, but I mean, it depends on we can close out and I can save that round for another time.
You know what? It's an hour and 48. We can save it for next week. That's fine. With that being said, you got me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Later, y'all.
Peace.